everyone, you're watching Newegg TV. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm going to be giving you a product overview of this HP Envy 17 laptop featuring touchscreen, leap motion, and Beats audio. All right, so first off, let's go over some of the physical features and specs of this laptop before I get into showing some of the other features. So we have this really nice kind of chromed, almost like a matte chromed exterior, and it really just shows a lot of polish in the product. It looks very professional. It would be a great professional business notebook as well as a great notebook for students. Just given its size, it is a 17.3-inch diagonal screen. So 17.3-inch diagonal here. And that allows you to use this laptop for every facet of your life. So this laptop can go with you to work, it could go with you in an academic setting, but then also it's a great entertainment laptop given some of its features. Now taking a look at the outside, I can show you some of the ports, which gives you an idea of the usability. So first we have our headphone auxiliary line, and then two USB 2.0. Here is your optical drive, which is a DVD drive here, and then of course your power, which HP is kind enough to label with a little icon that indicates what goes there, and also a charging LED light there. The optical drive also has an LED indicator light on the eject button, which tells you if it's in use or not. So if you can't find that DVD and you think it might be in your notebook, that's a quick way to check if it's on. All right, coming around now to the other side, we can see some more of the ports. So here is a multi-SD card slot, which allows you, it's compatible with several different types of SD cards. Also, as you can see here, I have a power light blinking that is indicating that this laptop is in sleep mode, but is still indeed powered on. And then also this is your hard disk drive light. We have your USB 2.0, two more there, so for a total of 4 on this computer. Then here is your Ethernet cable port and also an HDMI out. So the great thing with the HDMI out is it allows you to connect this to a larger monitor so that if you want to use it as a DVD player or if you need to show a presentation, you can just plug it right into the laptop and view it from there. All right, so let's get a quick idea of the dimensions. I have a ruler here. I'm just going to measure it up for you. So we have 16.5 inches in length, a depth of 11 inches, right around 11 inches at the back, and then a height at its thickest point of 1.5 inches, which makes it actually, for its size and features, quite thin. This is also weighing in at just under 6 pounds. It came in at about 5.8 pounds, which again, for its size and features is actually a pretty good weight. So this will fit nicely into a briefcase or a backpack. All right, now here's the underside. Not usually that fascinating, but I'm going to go over some of the internal specs while we're taking a look at it. Over here on the side you can see a fin array. That is for your heat coming out. The cooling system is going to be venting heat straight out of the side as opposed to maybe behind you or towards you, which is nice. Additionally, here is where your battery goes. When you first open a brand new laptop, the battery will not be installed and you will install it here. It's very simple. It just slides right in and clicks. This is your battery eject button. I would show you that, but this laptop is powered on, so I don't want to remove the battery. It's just not that great for a computer to force a shutdown like that. Also, this computer comes with Windows 8. I will be demonstrating Windows 8 to you in a few moments. Also, it has a 4th generation Intel Core i5 4200M processor with 2.5 gigahertz. So that is a good size for this laptop. It'll allow you to multitask and run a lot of the various features, including the cool leap motion that I will be showing you in just a moment. It has 8 gigs of DDR5 SD RAM, and also it has wireless internet, which it indicates right here. So outside of the case, it's telling you, I have a hard drive, I have wireless internet, you know, you kind of get an idea. And also this is where your subwoofer is, your internal subwoofer for the Beats audio, which makes this a great entertainment device. All right, so let's take a look at Windows 8 now. Now this is where I'm really going to showcase the Touch Smart features of this laptop for you. Now, Windows 8, as most people know, it's kind of a love-hate thing, but it was designed primarily to be used as a touch-based user interface. So when you first open up Windows 8, you see this screen. This is the start screen, or they call it the Metro UI, or user interface. Now, this can go away. 8.1, Windows 8.1 is out now, and it does replace a lot of these things, including a boot straight to desktop, which is down here in the corner, which we are all familiar with from using Windows 7 or any other previous Windows. And there will be a start button down in the bottom corner, which we are also used to using. However, this particular laptop does come pre-programmed with standard Windows 8, so I'm going to walk you through a few of the features to know so that your life using Windows 8 will be easier. So right here at the Metro UI, they have made a bunch of tiles, and these tiles are designed to have the things that you use most available to you and running so that they boot quicker. So for instance, we have Mail and your calendar, which will boot straight to an email account that you might set up. Now, I have it set up a Microsoft account, so it's not going to go to my email, but here is where it would do that. Now, you don't have to have a Microsoft email address specifically in order to have a Microsoft account. You can use whatever email address you're currently using. Now, to get this to go away, I want to get back to the other screen, so I'm just going to touch the Windows button and get sent right back to the Metro UI again. Now we also have the calendar, people, messaging, some of those features you may use, your photos at easy access. Say if you wanted, you brought someone over to the computer, hey, let me show you that trip we took last week, or let me show you some pictures of that shopping trip I went on, and you could just click on your photos and it boots right up. Additionally, down at the bottom here, there are pictures, library, SkyDrive, photos, devices, Facebook photos. So it'll import from your social media as well if you link those. So it'll have your Facebook photos here, your Flickr photos. SkyDrive is a cloud-based storage so that you can store things not on your laptop but actually back them up to something else. And now coming back to here, let's go to the desktop. Now on the desktop, this is what we're familiar with, right? We have all of our programs here on the left and all of our other quick start or things pinned to the start bar down at the bottom. So some things to note, over here on the right side we have what Microsoft calls the Charms bar. And under the Charms bar you have a search feature which will take you to all of the apps uploaded onto your computer, and you can search for them using the touchscreen. You can search for them here. I like to use the Snipping Tool a lot. So here's Snipping Tool, and here I can select a new snip, and then I just can draw right here, and that takes a quick snip of whatever I'm looking at. This is especially handy if you're surfing websites or blogs and you see something like a recipe that you would like to save. You can do a quick screenshot or snip of that, or say you see an idea for something that you really like and you just want to do a quick screen grab of it, so the Snipping Tool allows you to do that. Also over here on the Charms bar, and I get to that by just doing a finger swipe across the screen towards the left, there's also a share feature which allows you to share easily to email or Facebook, things like that. You can also go back to the Start Metro UI. Devices. Now this is really handy, especially with this laptop. If you're using this laptop to, say, show a presentation, or if you're using it as an entertainment device, say you've hooked it up to a television or a larger monitor, you would need to go here to Devices real quick so you can select second screen or whatever else it has detected that you've plugged into it. So coming back now to the Charms bar, we also have a quick access to all of our PC settings. So this allows us to see our Wi-Fi setup, our sound, brightness, various notifications, power and keyboard settings, as well as take you quickly to the control panel where you can adjust all of your various settings for things like system security and appearance and personalization. Now, a shortcut key to that, if you don't want to use that particular menu option over here in the Charms bar, you can also touch the Windows button and hold the X key down, and it will bring you to a list of things like your program features and your power options and device manager, and more complex administrative tools are right there. So the Windows 8.1, what it does is it gets rid of some of those things, including this one is one I found especially frustrating, is this hot button up here in the left corner. Primarily though it's because I'm left-handed, my left thumb tends to rest on the touchpad, which causes it to call up this hot button frequently. So that's something to be aware of. It does have its purpose. If you have multiple applications open and you want to scroll through them quickly, you know, you have it right here and you can just flip right in between them using 2 fingers swiping in from the right. So Windows 8 on a touchscreen laptop is actually much easier to use than on a standard laptop, and that's how they designed it. Okay, so let's go back to the Metro UI now, and as you can see, this also comes pre-programmed with a lot of HP apps, including Netflix and some Norton Security, which will keep your computer safe, and quick access to Xbox games, HP games, and some other frequently used internet features. All right, so I'm about to launch what's called Airspace, but first let me tell you a little bit about Leap Motion, since it's such a new technology and this is the first notebook computer to have it integrated. You probably haven't seen it before. So what Leap Motion is it's a motion controller that creates a space above your computer, so in about a 2 square foot radius of the Leap Motion device, which is right here. I'll just tilt the computer up so you can see it. Right here. Now this Leap Motion device has 2 parts to it. This is the actual scanner, if you will, that creates the space for you to interact with. And then right here, this is a fingerprint scanner that allows you to have quick security on your computer, so you can set it up to lock any of your apps. You can set up a fingerprint scan for your lock screen. You can set up a fingerprint scan for your Facebook. It will retain fingerprints in a database on the laptop that can have multiple users. So if you are sharing this notebook with anybody, it can also be used by those people when they log in under their name for separate security measures. Okay, but back to the Leap. Now, Leap is very interesting, and it comes with, it has its own apps available for use with it, but it can also be used to run, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So if you're giving a presentation, you can use the Leap Motion rather than using a mouse click. It also has some interactive features with Excel and also a few other games. But the more popular it gets, the more interfaces it will have. So let me just show you Leap, because that's the best way to get an idea of what it is. So I'm going to launch Airspace. Also, each Leap Motion has an activation account, so you'll have to go through the process of, you know, setting it up when you first launch it. It only takes a few minutes, but when you first do your initial unboxing and opening and setting up your notebook, you'll definitely want to go through that because it's a really cool thing to use. Okay, so here I am at the Airspace home. I've logged in with my username and password that I set up. As you can see, there's a few apps already here. There is the touch list for Windows. There's some popular games from movies and things like that. And as I said, the more this technology gets used, the more availability there will be for interface with other programs and also new fun games to play. Really a lot of different ways that this technology can be utilized. But first I'm just going to show you the orientation. They created this great orientation that's actually really beautiful, and it takes you through how the Leap Motion works. If you need more information on the Leap itself, Steve, my coworker, did a great series of videos, and also we do have an interview with the creators of Leap available on our Newegg TV channel. So you can definitely check that out and get a more in-depth idea. I'm just going to kind of show you a way it can be used in this platform. So let me click here on orientation. It's going to launch that. And you can hear the music maybe a little bit if I get closer coming through the nice speaker array here in the top. It says to begin, wave hand over device. So I'm just waving my hand like I'm making magic here over the Leap Motion, and you can see on the screen, this is me interacting with these little glowing orbs. I'm actually doing that with the way I'm moving my hands over the Leap. So to stop and move on to the next part, you just move your hand away from the leap motion. Once it's not detecting any motion anymore, it'll go to the next phase of teaching you how to use it. So same thing here. And I can bring in my other hand and it detects both of them. So this is what it sees. So move my hands over the device to begin. Oh look, you can see cool animations of both of these are my hands and the points of light are my fingers as it's detecting them. So that's pretty cool. So you use the leap motion over the laptop here in this space, you know. It's really neat to me. It's kind of like a sci-fi becoming reality. You've seen these things in like movies and stuff, and then here it is. So move my hands away, it'll move on to the next phase. This is how you draw. Move one finger forward to stop, move finger back. I'm not going to draw anything. So I'm going to move my finger forward, and that creates the point. And there I am drawing. I'm not drawing anything great here because I'm left-handed and I'm trying to do things with my right hand. A little challenging, but you get the idea. All right, so through this little tutorial, you kind of get an idea of how you use it. Now, it will teach you how to use each of the features. So for example, there's another tutorial here called Touchless for Windows. And if you go through that tutorial, it will teach you how to use the leap motion as your mouse. So instead of having your touchpad, which is down here, you will be able to use the leap motion to just kind of select things. And see, now that I've calibrated it, it's now detecting my hand and trying to see as I drag my finger over things, it wants me to select stuff. So it's a really interesting device, and the more you use it, obviously, the more acclimated to it you'll become, and then it will be pretty much second nature. All right, well, that wraps up this product overview of the HP NV17 laptop featuring touchscreen, leap motion, and Beats audio. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it. Also, subscribe to our various YouTube channels. Until next time, I'm Jennifer, and thank you for watching Newegg TV.